Commander ZaxDH stretched his forearms as he reviewed the contract details on his holo display. The payment was substantial, enough to keep his mercenary crew fed for 3 cycles. The client, a reptilian Vortak diplomat, had been deliberately vague about the target species, referring to them only as primitive bipeds from the outer rim. "Easy money," ZaxDH muttered, his mandibles clicking with satisfaction. His crew of 12 battle-hardened warriors from various star systems had handled far more dangerous assignments. What could some backwater species possibly do against seasoned fighters equipped with plasma rifles and void shields? The Crimson Talon dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of a small solar system. The third planet from the star glowed blue and green, a water world teeming with life. ZaxDH's tactical officer, a crystalline being named Krex, ran preliminary scans. "The target settlement is on the northern continent," Krex reported, his voice resonating like struck crystal. "Population approximately 50,000. Technology level curious. They appear to have primitive kinetic weapons but also nuclear capabilities." ZaxDH frowned. Nuclear weapons suggested a species that had survived its own violent tendencies, always a concerning sign. Still, the contract was too lucrative to abandon over mere speculation. As they approached the planet's surface, the communications officer, a gaseous entity contained within a specialized suit, intercepted local transmissions. "Commander, I'm picking up their language patterns. Running it through the universal translator now." The first transmission came through clearly. "This is Houston Control. We have visual contact with an unidentified craft. Please identify yourself." ZaxDH was about to respond when his pilot, an insectoid warrior named Vex, suddenly went rigid. "Commander," Vex whispered, his compound eyes reflecting terror. "Did they just say Houston? What's the significance?" ZaxDH demanded. Vex's antennae twitched frantically. "Commander, I think these are humans." The bridge fell silent. Every crew member turned to stare at Vex, their various alien features contorting with disbelief. "Impossible," ZaxDH growled. "Humans are a myth, a cautionary tale told to frighten younglings." But Krex had already run the linguistic patterns through the galactic database. His crystalline form flickered with agitation. "Sir, the language matches. These are definitely humans." ZaxDH felt his 4 hearts skip in synchronized terror. Every civilized species in the galaxy knew the stories. Humans, the deathworlders who had supposedly vanished from the galaxy eons ago. The species so ruthlessly efficient at warfare that they had been simultaneously feared and respected by every major civilization. The legends spoke of beings who fought with such creativity and determination that they had once held off 3 separate galactic empires simultaneously. They were said to be pack hunters who never abandoned their wounded, who turned every piece of technology into a weapon, and who treated suicide missions as routine assignments. "Sir," the communications officer interrupted nervously, "they're hailing us again. They're asking about our intentions." ZaxDH's claws trembled as he reached for the communication controls. He had to know for certain. "This is Commander ZaxDH of the Crimson Talon. We come in peace. Might I ask what species you represent?" The response came back immediately, delivered with casual confidence. "This is Colonel Sarah Chan of the United Earth Defense Force. You're addressing humans, Commander. Now, state your business in our system." The mercenary crew exchanged terrified glances. These weren't the primitive bipeds they'd been hired to eliminate. These were humans, the apex predators of the galaxy, the species that had voluntarily disappeared rather than dominate every other civilization. ZaxDH made the only rational decision a career mercenary could make when faced with such impossible odds. "Colonel Chun, there has been a terrible misunderstanding. We're departing your system immediately. Please accept our apologies for the intrusion." As the Crimson Talon rapidly retreated to hyperspace, ZaxDH composed a message to the Vortak client. "Contract terminated. Payment refused. Recommendation: never attempt to hire mercenaries against humans again. Some species are simply too dangerous to fight." Behind them, Earth continued its peaceful rotation, its inhabitants unaware that their reputation alone had just prevented an interstellar war.